All right. Good morning. This is the Daily Yak. I am your host, and there's Digger Payne. Digger, how are you? Sounds to me like other chats I've read that you're working yourself to death under new management. Oh, how did that get turned down so low? Oh, come on. Give me my mouse back. Someone let me know if this is too loud. Yeah, that is a fact. Boy, that new management thing, that's not fun, no matter who you are. All right, Bean, you got to get to growing because we're suffering. I am still going to have to turn that back up some more. Maybe that'll do it. Well, Digger, I am sorry. Audio is 5x5. Well, that's good to know. I'm sorry you're being worked to death. I don't know if you were here yesterday. What I'm doing is I started from the Ice Biome, and we'll see how that goes for us. Do I have any more aluminum? And the prevailing answer is no. I'm going to need that to go along with me. That can go there. That can go there. Yeah, that whole new management thing is can be a pain in the butt. Good morning, country lady. I get the feeling that Shaman and Darlene are sleeping in this morning. Let me see here. While I'm out here walking around twiddling my thumbs, I could be making more space. Yeah, I know my food level's low. The beans only grow so fast. And now I need that titanium that I threw down. 41%. Lovely. Gosh, I wish they'd let us start off with 2x2s, but they don't. All right, the one other thing I was looking at. Need an aluminum. Everything is hinging on the aluminum. Mitz and Sully are today as well, and that's why Shaman's not here. You're absolutely right. Oh, well. We will soldier on in our small little way. All right. I at least have a fair place. Now, come on. Must grow faster. And for as much as I have been playing for about an hour off camera, And for as much as I could go and try to find stuff, I'm also worried with that little food that, dying's not that big of a deal. I've got everything turned down because I knew this would be somewhat tough. But the ice is melting, and do I have enough? No, I do not. That's not iron. Well, I appreciate you guys being here. It's always easier to do this when you know there's somebody listening. Well, I tell you what I'm going to do. Off to work. Catch you later. Have a safe drive to work. Hope your day is better than the previous one. Country lady, I have to ask what you're working on at work. Crate down here. There's a gold chest down here too, someplace. Well, okay, found that. Take that, take that, take that, take that. I'm actually done for the week unless something else comes up. I'm off all next week, so I had to get stuff done. Yeah, I can appreciate it. Oh. Always deconstruct those. You get aluminum and super alloy. As I was saying, I spent about an hour this morning doing stuff. Trying to collect enough aluminum to do what I needed to do. And I'm hopeful that by the time I get back to base, that bean will be grown. Because as far as bang for your buck, that bean is the best thing growing besides high density food, which is later on in the game. Well, I hope while you're off next week everything's quiet and that they don't have to call you and go, hey, we need you. Didn't realize I was far enough along to get that. Oh, good grief. What in the world? All right. That goes out. That goes in. Let me see if I can do another food grower. Do another food grower, but you need to do this. 2 cobalts and a magnesium. Come on, magnesium. I know there's some sitting around here. Shouldn't have to call me. I have everything posted and balanced, even have my end of the month payables in it. Well, excellent. Now let's see, can I do this? Yes, I can. Let's get something else growing. I hate to say that I'm probably going to stand around here and die, but I'm doing the best I can with what I got to work with. Yep. Oh, nope. Come on. No, I can't do that yet, so this is the next best thing. Let's go pick up all the seeds. And put them right there. Come on, dude. Boy, it's going to be a race between me dying and that bean getting done, and it won't be the worst thing in the world. But can I do that? Nope. Yeah. Beacon. That might help now. Still don't have enough aluminum. All right, come on. Yep, we're fixing to die. Oh, well. That makes the second time I've died already this morning. Good grief. Fighting the urge to sneeze. The bad part of it, I've been at it 14 minutes and I'm drinking the last drink of coffee. Well, darn. I could go out there and get more, but I've got an acupuncture appointment at 11, and so I've died so many times in this game from forgetting to drink. Yeah, I can see it. Do I have room there? Yes, I do. I need that back. And I also need 3 iron, but yeah, if we could just get the food to grow a little faster. I knew it was going to be a race between how quickly I was consuming versus how quickly that was growing. Joro has a tendency to do that, forget to drink, and then all of a sudden he'll die. Good morning, Bob. I don't need titanium. Yes, I know my food level's low. There's only so much to go around. Oh, Lord. I didn't want to come down here, but oh, that's even worse. Come on. Ugh. My brother and I have started playing this game together. He's good about exploring and finding stuff. He isn't the best at base design. Well, yeah, sometimes it happens. I wasn't trying to go where I wound up at, but that one's at 46 and that one's at 80. The bad part about it is I know there's good stuff down there, but I also know I don't have a jetpack. I don't know base design. You just got to get in there and get shoveling. You know, you'll work it out as you go. Icy and Joro can both just build bases. Don't be standing around while Icy's building. She'll build stuff around you without a problem. And Joro is getting that bad in about every game they play. All right. And there's the Nanner Queen herself. Ah. How are you, Amp? Okay, I have lost my own base. It's around here somewhere. I know it. Oh, right there in front of me. Keep saying if brains were dynamite, I wouldn't have enough to blow my nose. Told him the next time we played we were going to completely redo our base. He thought I was joking. Yeah. I admit I have the organizational capabilities of a gnat, and I can't say that I'm good at it, but you also get a feel for it as you go. There's Darlene. Good morning, Darlene. I'm having a crisis of food, and I threw myself off the cliff here a few moments ago and died, so it wasn't bad enough that I was almost out of food, but that I also threw myself down the cliff. And we're waiting on that to get to 100%. Food does sound good. Yeah, well, it's important. Now, speaking of in-game food, until the high-density food comes along, beans are your best thing. If you know, in-game. Let me see if I can build another heater. Yes, I can. It's not a great heater, but it's a heater. Just tagged everyone and shared a link to your video. See if we can get some of our dedicated community members to show some love for you. Well, I appreciate that. And you didn't have to do that. Amp, just so you know, I am exploring Twitch and trying to see how you can stream from both and have a combined chat all at the same time. And I have to admit I downloaded Streamlabs, and if it'll give you more capability, I'm good for it. But I just didn't have time to press it into service this morning. I didn't want to tax my brain that bad. Plus, I got an appointment later. There's just no reason. We could stream together. That would be awesome. Oh, that'd be a mess. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but it would be a mess. Tier 2 exoskeleton. Oh, need aluminum for that too. Good morning, Shannon. Yeah, it would be good. It'd be funny beyond belief though. Okay, I need to see. Oh, come on. You're pressing the wrong thing, Johnny. Need aluminum for that. That would be an amazing mess. Yes, yes it would. Let me go get some silicone. I feel it's, boy, after playing with, other people for so long, this just seems so slow to me. Just doesn't seem like it's progressing good. However, I'm farther along than I thought I would be, so I don't know that I can. Yeah, tier 2. I need another silicone and an iron. I will say, last night I was watching you, Andreas, and yes, I had Streamlabs up, and I also had, or not Streamlabs, I had Twitch up, and I also had YouTube up, and I was watching both of you on different screens, and it was a bunch to keep up with, but, it wasn't bad. But it was interesting to see your point of view, his point of view, everybody's point of view. All right. Well, that got replanted, and that's at 70%. Well, hopefully that'll... Don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you, Amp. Tier 3s go outside, don't they? And everything needs aluminum. Do I have enough for a hab? Yes, I do. We're going into this wreck down here. Even if I have to go down here and undo this habitat to do it. I have 2 monitors thinking about getting another. I have a 32-inch monitor and a 32-inch TV side by side. That is a non-smart TV. That's how old it is. And the TV sometimes says, I'm just not working, and throws its hands up and quits, which is why I got the monitor. Would love to have another one of these monitors. It's a 32-inch curved screen Samsung that's just wonderful. The colors are just vivid. Okay, come on, up the hill. I will say this, starting this from another area has definitely been taxing on my mind. It's been different. Let's put the door on the other side. That way when I'm running out of the wreck, lacking oxygen, I'm hopeful there's going to be food. Do I have that? Yes, I do. Let's learn my, let's see, that's 300%. Have the game on one monitor. On my seconds, I have Streamlabs streaming screen, YouTube chat popped out, Discord voice chat. Second is in 4 little squares. Yeah, that'd be the way to do it, for sure. Oh, come on. Well, there's aluminum. We will take that. That's 300. Is that Tuscasee to 400? Yes, it is. Let's drop that. All right. I'm going to have to take myself back outside. Come on. This is not the time to get stuck. I need another for more room and Twitch crap. Yeah, I can see that. Shannon, I have no idea how old you are, but my ability to stay up past about 9:30 is none. So if you stayed up until 1 a.m. Doing all that, more power to you. See if there's anything laying up here. Not that I think there is. All right, let's go to the other side. Amp, I did see Digger Payne this morning. He was already off to work. And I know that Shaman is in with Mitz and Sully. Well, I don't need that much iron, but I think I'm going to take that. One iron I can throw out. Yeah, I don't watch them too. I know. Let's do that. Take that with us. I'll be some silly though, just not watching. Can't stand Valheim much anyway. Yeah. I have to admit, when you guys asked me to play Enshrouded, Valheim was the game that I was thinking it was. And it's not, but I still, after looking at Valheim, don't think that I could swing that. Or Enshrouded. Oh, must run faster. Nope. Yes, Sally is. She said something about Mitz one day that absolutely cracked me up. Said Mitz could get lost in her own house. And I feel some of that myself. I have said that I don't have the organizational capabilities of a gnat. Okay, this might work out. Yeah, it can get to be a little clickety-click when fighting. Valheim isn't a game I would ever play either. Yeah, it's not that I wouldn't play it, but my left hand, arm, shoulder is in such a crappy state that I can't do the requisite amount of clicking required to deal with all of it. It's way overdone. Yeah, anything that has a lot of fighting in it is just something that I can't. Hey, boy, that worked out. Let's, come on. If you're going to do that, let's go over here. See what we've been given. A compass. Yes, I want it. Corner living compartment. Don't do me any good. Oop. Am, it's good to see you just being a regular YouTuber. Now, let's see. Now, all this stuff that I was needing aluminum for, I need a titanium to do that. Tier 3 drill, that's easy, but I'm going to get this. Let me see if I can. Come on. Up, up. But you're just not going to let me, are you? Nope. Not without flying, you're not. Yeah, there just ain't no putting that on top until you can have a jetpack. That's really where I want it. Bob has required ramen with a boiled egg. Oh my Lord, I used to eat enough ramen to choke a horse. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna kill the power again. No, I didn't. No. Excellent. I did use all of my aluminum though. Alright. I would do boiled eggs, but my batch is questionable. Would not take the chance with these ones. I got the cheap ramen. Is there anything but cheap ramen? I mean, yeah. Yeah, if you're looking for a quick meal, that'll do it. You didn't miss anything of any great consequence. Oh, and don't have an aluminum. Oh, yes, there's high-end ramen. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Of differing qualities. I mean, I watch a gentleman on YouTube called Abroad in Japan. His name is Chris Broad, ergo why his channel is named Abroad in Japan. He eats some ramen on there sometimes that is really does look good, but anything with carbs in it, I just might as well go sit in the bathroom. Like Amp and I were talking one morning, I had a shake for lunch and then ice cream right before I went to bed, and I was wrecked that morning, and she had ice cream with Oreos in it and was wrecked that morning. So and she reminded me that we really were the weakest link. All right, I've got all of that I can do. My high-end ramen is the creamy chicken, man. Sure is. Instead of the basic kind, the creamy chicken is the bomb. Yes, absolutely. You can test your eggs, see if they're still good. Just put them in the deep bowl of cold water. If they float, they're bad. Yeah, Can I do that? No, I can't. However, I don't have anything to eat, and I'm walking off to go exploring, and Asian market about 20 miles or so up the road. They got stuff direct imported. It's awesome. Yeah, I've got an Asian market real close to me, and I've never been in it since we've been living here, but I hear tell it's got good stuff in it. So what you're saying, Amps, is a case of mind over matter. You mind, it matters. You need to go up there and get some meat buns and dim sum. Before my gut got quite so bad, I used to go eat sushi, California roll mostly, but the eggs are risky business. Better off breaking in a bowl. Chicken. Oh, bad eggs are... my first job was a bag boy in a grocery store, and bad eggs, you just tell somebody come through line with them and you'd go, ma'am, your eggs are bad. Let me go get you some more. Good morning, Mayhem. How are you, sir? Yes, I do. What that probably means, I wouldn't have enough to make a habitat. Trade you a couple of other things. Let's do that. I just don't. Oh, I need all this aluminum. Well, foot. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. A emupotamus. An emupotamus. Gosh, if I could only draw, I would draw one. Yeah, I know the oxygen level is bad. Come on, you can do it. Yeah, come on. I made it. What would an emupotamus look like? Okay, back up over the hill. Usually name my characters Ampopotamus. Love living out in the country, Bob. Quiet is amazing. Our closest Walmart is 50 miles away. We are out in the sticks. I'm going to break your heart. I have 2 Walmarts and a Sam's Club within about 5 miles of my house. And this is the first time we've ever lived in the city. But Texas is odd because you can go 2 miles south of us and you're literally in the sticks. Yeah, every house we've had before this, we lived out in the county. She would have a tiny emu head and keep asking if her hippo hips made her look fat. Do these hips make me look fat? Oh, do they? Men, don't ever answer that question. Absolutely don't do it. Set the house on fire. It's easier to deal with. Does this dress make me look fat? Absolutely not. I try to tell Randy every day that I love her just like she is, and there are days that she can be a terrible mess, but I wouldn't take nothing for her. She's good as gold. Yep, that's totally a loaded question. Yeah, don't answer that. Yep, don't answer that. Like I said, set the house on fire. You'll have an easier time dealing with it. We've lived on land that's been in my family for 100 years. That's a... Yeah. My mom's family, there probably is land someplace. My dad's family, gosh, they were so poor they couldn't rub 2 sticks together. Okay, let's put those there and those there. And I'm going to put the space food by the door. If you go about 2 hills over, you're in a small extension of my hometown. If you go the other way, you could probably ride a 4-wheeler to Walmart faster than driving there, yeah. Absolutely. Now, my mother, where my mother was born, I went there as a boy. I think first time I went to where my mom was born is in Tazewell, Tennessee. And the very first time I went there, we had to get out of the car and walk the last 1.5 miles or so because there were rocks sticking out of the ground that you couldn't have got your car over. Talk about the sticks. It was so far back in the hills, the lightning had to double clutch. It was something. Now, and I'm just doing housekeeping, and I'm sorry. I think I'm going to leave most of that there, but that has got to go over here. And then get that treatment. %, 100%. Take that. Well, at least the food crisis is over. We're 45 minutes in. We're 75% odd to blue sky. Housekeeping is a big part of Planet Crafter. Yeah, well, there's that game mechanic. Early game, you're doing it one way, and then you get through the mid game, and you're going to redesign your base because the mechanic in mid game is just so much different. Yeah, yes. As far as replayability, this game probably has better bang for your buck than about any game I have. And I hate to keep coming back to it, but it suits my physical issues. Plus, it's simple, and Lord knows I'm simple-minded. As I was saying earlier, though, having just gone through Planet Humble and having people play with me, and Mayhem included in that, Icy and Joro, and I can't remember if there was anybody else other than them. And Mayhem, just so you know, the last time I was in my Planet Humble game, I did make cookies and put them in the locker that said, not cookies. That's going to possibly hurt. Nope. Forever Skies is a lot like this, but your base moves. Yeah. I was watching you guys play Forever Skies last night, and I was in Twitch trying to see if I could get Amp's attention. She don't pay no attention no more. Amp, I'm just bothering you. Do not take me serious. I think we're to the point of having that. And that tree ain't hardly worth picking up. However, come on, get off of that. New message received. Well, that don't do me any good. Now, that Tier 1 nuclear reactor might not be a bad thing. I don't have the brain function to pay too much attention to anything. I don't know what you're talking about. Amp, I will say this. You're a heck of a lot smarter than you give yourself credit for sometimes. Don't kick yourself so hard. Is that a crate? Boy, it sure did look like one there for a second. Come on. Up, 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 up. Yeah, this part of the game where you're out here hoofing it is kind of a pain in the butt. Yeah, what Mayhem said. Don't kick yourself, let us kick you. That's why you got a community around you. Might be small like raisins and shrivel like a plume, but my little brain tries so hard. And, sometimes that's what it takes, and I can sympathize with you as I've gotten older. For somebody who worked in tech and never had a problem figuring tech out, my frustration level with a lot of things is worse today than it used to be. And I don't pick up on new things as easily. My brain is nowhere near as flexible as it once was. Amp, just know that when we're telling you that, we love you still. It ain't nothing bad. But it still functions. You help people, I'm sure of it. Take care of things. Keep the lights on and such. Yeah, well, and, I have often said that you and Dreas are the reason that I'm doing this right now, because this is a stretch for me. I'm, more introverted than I would like to admit. And, to get out there and do this has been a big thing for me. Plus, you have developed a community that I benefit from that community just by being part of that community and playing games with you. And I find now that I've been playing games and live streaming myself, I have a hard time watching other people play. When Game Edge plays this game, I had to stop watching him because I was screaming at the screen and going, if you'd just done a little research, you know, you're out here fumbling around. And it is what it is. Now, what to do with all of this aluminum? I think I know what I'm doing with some of it is going to be. Oh, I need iron. Put a little back there, and I have no iron at all, so it can't be all that small. Yes, I agree. You know, you have empathy for people, and having empathy and compassion is like a muscle. The more you work it, the more you notice it. And I'm the most grumpy man in the whole wide world, and I'm sometimes not very compassionate. And, you know, I've got a bias streak in me a mile long that I have to wake up every morning and go, don't do that. And am I that big of a simpleton that just saying don't do that works? About 95% of the time, the answer is yes. It's one of the main pet peeves I have at GE. Prior knowledge just hits the game looking like a hot mess. Well, you know, sometimes I get it. Hey, I've never looked at this, and I want you all to see the same experience that I see. But then to get disturbed by the game mechanic when you're out there looking like a hot mess, but that's the way the game operates. And I've admitted to it bad that I will go look up stuff before I ever lay my hands on it. And it's not that I don't look bad, but I also want to have a base knowledge of what I'm doing before I lay my hands on it. And don't deliberately try to be difficult. It just comes naturally. Well, that's me. I'm naturally grumpy. And I was going to get iron and didn't get not a bit. None. There's iron. Yeah, I don't come off as, don't try to come off as being grumpy, but there are times, just my natural state, catch me in a raw mood. And I don't like that about myself. It is not the person I want to be. For myself, even though I've been gaming since Atari days, I get so excited and want to share stuff. I find my discovery and overzealous takes effect. I'm like, hey, look, yeah. Good morning, Dreas. We'll give Dreas a complex by saying, well, Dreas is here. We'll end now. No, I'm just joking. Because that did happen yesterday. Thank you for popping in. And I am still soldiering on and started branching out. I'm almost to blue sky. But I've had about an hour off camera just to try to get myself. I tend to forget people like discovering things too. Yeah. Well, and I'm that way myself. Let's do that. That's the play. Now, let's just see, where are we at here? Oxygen, everything is moving, and we're almost to blue sky. I'm always dragging in, I think. At least you're here. Thank you. Rain just started pouring down here. Ugh. That's one thing. My arthritis, humidity affects it. And it'll be, just the whole rain thing. I need one more of that. I'm surprised at how quick this has come along and seems to be doing better. Yeah, speaking of arthritis, that's one thing. Here it's not as humid as it was in South Carolina. I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to build. I need a cobalt. There we are. I can't type. Yeah. Even with pills, though, there are times that no matter what I do. Did that get up there? Yes, it did. Excellent. Come on, where is the cobalt? I know it's around here, Summers. It has rained here for 2 days. Ugh. Our first walk yesterday after I got through streaming, we went out and got caught in the rain, got halfway up the street, and I didn't have the right jacket on. And myself, the dog, the boss, though, had the right jacket on and didn't get near as soaked as we did. Advanced crafting station. That means we're in blue skies. Ah, that's excellent. We needed some, but I'm so tired of it now. Yard is turned into a swamp. Did you see this message? I'm not going to be streaming this morning. Bad weather here. Just going to chill with Bella, just in case you did not see it. I did not see that message. I did not. Thank you for tagging me. Now, do I want to... I don't have the stairway yet, but when I do, I think I know what I'm doing. Stairway's going to go out here. That's going to go away. I need another iron to build any more. I should probably build storage because I'm floundering for storage. Do I have food on me and water? Yes, I do. I need tier 3 oxygen. Yeah, arthritis is bad. I have it all over. I don't have it all over. I can feel I'm getting it in my hands. Have it in my lower back, my hips. It affects me all the way to the soles of my feet and my left shoulder. For some reason, I'm right-handed, but I favor my left side. And being a mechanic, if I was going to go push something, I would always lean into it with my left shoulder. Always sat leaning on my left shoulder. If I picked up a phone, it went to my left ear. I crunched that shoulder up, and I'm paying for it. I think we need to do that and that, and I think I need to go get more ice before it just absolutely vanishes to nothing. My grandmother had arthritis so bad she couldn't hardly bend over to draw a tub. And I didn't know that until after she was gone. I would love to talk to her to see, what she was doing for it. And speaking of being grumpy, I think I got my grumpiness from Granny. She could be something. Shannon, you need to get to that baby then. I'm going to strain your gray cells, Johnny. -60, NF2, and mule. No, you're not straining my gray cells. I know exactly what all that is, and I've worked on a ton of it. Now, I'm going to bend your brain for a second. I was looking at an Airman magazine, and for those of you who have not been in the Air Force, Airman magazine used to be the rag they put out every month to try to tell you what was going on in the Air Force, just as general things. And they were doing a World War II issue, and they were talking about somebody putting a mule on a plane. A mule, to me, as a ground equipment repairman, was a hydraulic test stand. They're stubborn to work with. They're nasty. You can have a perfectly clean uniform on and roll hoses up on one of them and come out looking like you just need to go sit in the washing machine. They're awful. And all of a sudden, I'm sitting there and I read the caption, Sergeant so-and-so puts mule on C-47 during World War II. My curiosity, I wanted to know what a hydraulic test stand for World War II looked like. Looked up at the picture. It is a man putting an animal on a transport aircraft. It was just like, yeah, mule to you means something than mule to everybody else. And all this stuff that Mayhem was talking about is ground equipment that we use. I was considered aircraft maintenance and never touched an aircraft until I went into teaching, because they told us if that piece of equipment is hooked up to that aircraft and you touch it and break the jet, you're paying for it. Never touched one. My actually dealing with aircraft came a couple of different ways. I was in Saudi Arabia and I was working the 3 to 11 shift, what we would call mids, or maybe that was swings, I can't remember. But I worked so hard for these people, because after you deliver equipment for a while and you're listening to the same radio that the maintenance providers for the aircraft are on, they could be saying, hey, I've got a jet coming down code 2. Code 1 is perfectly good jet. Code 2 is you're slightly broke. Code 3 is you're pretty broke as far as your jet's concerned. Yeah, they would say, I've got a jet coming down Code 2 and it's got this and this wrong with it. I had been at it for so long that I could listen to what they said was wrong with that jet and have the equipment sitting there waiting on them. They loved me. Swing shift, thank you. And all of a sudden, things changed, and while we were there, I got put on another shift. I got put back on days, and I just happened to leave late one night and was on the flight line, and the swing shift leader for the jets was out there, the maintenance guy, and he pulled up beside my truck. He said, where in the hell have you been? My God, we've missed you. And I said, I got put on another shift. I said, I'm sorry. He said, the guy you got with you now, we can't get any service out of him. Said, you really spoiled us. I said, well, I kind of thought that was why I was there. He said, I can't give you a back seat ride. We're in a war zone. Said, I just can't do it. If I could, I would. Said, you were that good to us. Said, but I can give you something. What do you want? And I said, I'd like to do an engine run in the back of a F-16D. F-16D is a two-seater. And they said, okay, we can do that. They said, be out here such and such time. We're getting ready to do an engine run on this jet. Anytime you pull an engine out of a jet and you push it back in, they've got to run the engine. They won't do it any other way. And they got me out there and said, okay, you need to empty out all your pockets, and I did. And they put me in the back seat of that jet. We ran that jet to 100%, sitting on the ground. We were feeling the back end of the jet come up and stand up on the chocks that were chocking it. And they let me have the throttle in the back seat. You can only do limited things. And once we got out of the jet, we had bent the chain link fence behind us at about a 45-degree angle with the thrust off that jet. You were engine run qualified on the F4. F4 is an impressive jet. But this was, I want to say it was a Pratt & Whitney. It could have been a GE engine. I just can't remember. Been too many years between that. And they got in trouble for putting me in the back of a jet because I wasn't ejection seat qualified. Well, after I became an instructor, I was teaching people how to operate age equipment, ground equipment. And I actually got to learn to jack and retract on A-10s, and I got to learn to tow. And, I was in a shop that, Pratt & Whitney. we did all that, so I had to learn. So I had stuff in my training record that the average age mechanic didn't have. I loved being an instructor. Probably the best 4 years of my life. Absolutely had a ball with it. Would do it again and again and again. It was that much fun. I'm going to put that there. And I've got to run my jaws so much, I've almost forgot what I was doing. And it's 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. We're almost there. Yeah, we're a ways off of that. I think I'm going to try to build that, though. But I do need that Tier 3 oxygen tank. Bad. Magnesium. Doth I have any? No. Okay, side trip down memory lane over. Get back to work. Yes, dear. Mayhem, I will tell you that do you know what an MHU bomb lift is? It's bigger than an MJ4. I broke my foot in between an MHU bomb lift, about 7,000 pounds worth, in between that and a concrete pillar, May of 1985. It was, yeah, not my best time. Yeah, the jammer. Oh, yeah. Did I get there? I'm at 280. Yay! Now, let's see. Can we get that? Titanium and silicone. I think this is going to be the last act of Henry V. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Yeah. Yeah, we called them jammers. During the Gulf War, they had such problems with heat zapping the batteries in them that we used to have the aircraft maintenance people drive their bomb lifts over to where we were at. We would clean all the batteries and make sure they were serviced and ready to go and change out any that were weak and then put them back on the, say, okay, you can take them back and let them drive off with them. Oh, didn't get the silicone. Dummy. Speaking of jammers, I walked into the electronic countermeasures shop one day because I was teaching them about a certain piece of age equipment that only they had. I call them underoos. Yeah, well, okay. And as I walked in, they had an ECM pod open, and I must have had the strangest look on my face. And one of the NCOs sitting there said, yeah, we have books to tell us how to work on it. Good, because thing was full of wires. It was nothing but a mess. And hey, look. Woohoo. You gotta love Dreas. He's topical, timely. I have literally nothing. All right. I keep forgetting that you harvest from the top side. Underoos were a brand name of little boys' underpants, the ones with like He-Man and such on them. Oh yeah, I know that. Oh yeah. Can I put another aluminum, iron, and a water bottle? Well, and Wonder Woman, yes. All right, come on, iron. There's 3 right there. You guys ain't right, but I wouldn't have it no other way. And I mean that in the nicest possible way. And it's your fault that I'm here streaming, so you'll just have to live with what you've wrought. Flipper is working on their multiplayer game. I think it's in beta right now, so it shouldn't be long. Okay. Now I have to think of what I was doing. Well, I knew what I was doing. But I know what I'm fixing to do is make more power. I think I've got all that. 3 super alloy. That. And 2 water bottles. And I don't know that I want the power to be over here. Real close. Yes, I know. I wonder if it'll let me make that on top of this rock. And the answer is no. I don't know what I'm going to do with the upstairs, but I'm going to do it. Let's see, what are we going toward? Clouds. Where are the clouds? And I've got a bunch of iron, so we're going to build storages. Tier 3 heater. That is an iridium rod. Silicone and titanium. Don't have none of either one. Tell me, Imp, is House Flipper a good game? Well, it's a good time sink, chill out game. I need a magnesium. Well, that's good to know, because Good games to chill out to. I probably need to put that right there. And put this right beside it. Okay, now oh, don't tell me I don't have that. Drat. If you like the whole decorating, designing aspect of the game, which I do, yeah, absolutely. Well, since I've been playing games with other people, I find that I really enjoy it, you know, and it's tough when you go back to, you know, doing it by yourself. Cobalt, iron, magnesium, silicone, and aluminum. Cobalt, magnesium. I don't have any mag any place. And that's just seeds. I'm thinking about getting House of Da Vinci from Steam. It's a game all about puzzles. Yeah, let me look at my Steam for just a second, because I know of a puzzle game that you might like. Escape Memoirs. The subtitle is Mini Stories. That's a good one. And they do have, they have DLCs to it, but the base game is free. Oh, nice. Maybe it'll go on sale tomorrow with the whole winter sale starting tomorrow. Another one, a good puzzle game that's came out, that's got a demo on Steam right now that is free, is called Blue Prince. It's Prince. Like the Heir to the Throne type, but it's all about house building. Very interesting. I did a run of it the other day and really like it. It makes me want to erase my save files, because it'll give you 4 days in the house, and I've already done it 3 times. Erase my save files to do it again. Very interesting. Tons of replayability with that game. December 19th, January 2nd, huge winter sale starting. There's some huge savings too. That's good to know, because I'm considering getting Astromedica, because I see Enjoro have Astromedica, and even though it might be that I would get my Everleven booty handed to me if I did it myself, if I was playing with them, I know they would take good care of me, because they have in the past. That is good to know. Mayhem, I like puzzles, but the old brain don't work so hot. I was never a puzzler. When I told my wife I was playing a puzzle game, she said, might be good for you. And she's not wrong. But this is my mind we're talking about too, which is, a pretty sick place. All right. What am I doing upstairs? Nothing good. That's an iridium rod. Do I have enough for that? No. Okay, I'm off to tend to Bella and maybe watch some Twitch streaming videos. If you need anything, just message me, everyone. Love you all. Stay safe out there. See you all soon. It's kind of like The Room, if you've ever heard of that one. I have not, but I'll definitely go look it up. I think I'm to a point that I am going to call it a day because the numbers are screaming along. I've got food growing, I've got plants growing, I've got a fair amount of storage. I am not in a bad way. So I think we're going to leave it here. Wow, I'm pretty dang impressed with how those numbers are moving. Woohoo! Played the room in VR. It was cool. That might be worth a look. Country Lady, another game that you might like is Exit 8 and or The Platform. And I have a video that I did that was a demo of another game, and the demo went so short the backside of it is the end of the video is playing Exit 8, and what it is it's a walking simulator, and you're walking down a hall in an airport, and as you see things that are different, called an anomaly, you turn around and go the other way. And some of them are very hard to spot, and other ones will actually jump out at you. And that's the closest thing I come to horror that was, that I can deal with. But do you have spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle? No, I do not, and that's an oversight on my part. I will try to get the spurs. Living in Texas, you would think that I would have spurs, but no, it's not that way. All right, folks, we're going to leave it here, and we will probably start up with this or something else tomorrow. This will be my fallback plan, if nothing else. Thank you guys for being here. It was truly a joy, and the conversation was great, which is why I like doing this. And we're going to leave this, and we'll probably all congregate in Aunt's stream. And well, she said she wasn't streaming, so I guess we won't. But all right, that's a wrap. Save.